You know, it's places like this that almost make you forget what a shitbag of a planet we live on.
Yeah, you could just live here. Actually, maybe not. I don't know if any outlaws can get away with being in this territory. You just gotta give up on all ELEX technology, which I don't think you're using anyway. And I think that's all the steps. Look at Mr. Picket Fence. I'm sure they'll be happy to see us, right? Even though we're hunting down all the people that want to murder you. Howdy.
Hey, wait a moment. Ray? Is that you? You sneaky bastard. Man, Ray, you are deep in the shit. Do you know that?
I am glad to see you too, Mason.
And who's this? Are you Ray's new watchdog or something?
Woof.
Oh, funny. Quick question. Do you know how much his ass is worth? That amount of shards isn't funny. So you and me might have a problem.
Why is he worth so much?
You don't know there's a contract out on him? I thought they were everywhere. I thought that was why you were looking for him.
Do you have one of those contracts with you?
And if I do?
You are going to tell me how you know Ray.
We used to be friends. We used to hang out in the same gang together, but you know what that counts for? Nothing.
Hand the contract over. Now.
Oh, you want to play rough, do you? You really want to try that? Fair enough. Here's the contract.
What the
I'll
fuck?
get you.
Ah! 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 What? Are you an alien? That didn't match up with the dialogue you were doing at all. I thought you gave up. I thought you gave up. I thought, what? I thought he was giving up the contract. Alright, well Mason's dead. Sorry about that. Sorry, Ray. Mason's kind of a prick though, so, you know. Got your contract. That's fine. It's just we're gonna have to kill 10 of your old friends in the process of getting your name cleared.
Mason had a copy of the contract on him. It seems all your old gang are after you.
Why would anyone think I was this important? We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
Someone's going to a lot of trouble over you. Are you sure you can't think why?
You say trouble? My old crew wouldn't cost much to get on side. Cheapskates. It is depressing, though. The people I put my life on the line for seem to be conspiring to kill me. Yeah. What would you expect from outlaws? But we were more than that. We were friends. Now, maybe I'll have to kill all of them before they kill me. Unless we can find out who is behind this.
Is everything okay with us?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean...
So he respects me now, but the dialogue is exactly the same for that level of respect, apparently. Is respect above or below neutral? I would expect it's above neutral. That is better than neutral. But it happened as a result of Ray doesn't like that interaction, which makes it feel like it's somehow lower, despite the fact that it's clearly would be higher. I don't know. You tell me. So I did that job for this dude, and he's all like, "You're gonna have to pull your own weight around here." I'm like, I did the job that was supposed to make you like me, and you don't even acknowledge it. Also, fucking Oren went crying to you over our interaction when really he's the culprit in there. Great.
About my support. I took care of Eardor.
Are there any problems?
None to speak of.
You have proved yourself a friend to the Berserkers with this act. The work Irdor does is at the heart, the world heart, of everything we stand for. It's criminal that we hadn't helped him before. Thank you.
Should I at least talk to the other guy first? That might count as a... I think Irdor might be a vote of confidence. And I think if I talk to this guy, I might get a vote of confidence for... no, probably not. I didn't get the ELEX back. So he's gonna be disappointed in that. Where the heck is he? That he's by the giant pillar thing. Yeah. Yeah, I've failed his mission too, basically. Or maybe this character will like empathize with the reason why I didn't bring what he wanted back, and maybe he'll support that. These characters in this game usually disappoint me when it comes to that, though.
About Kral.
Yes?
I found Kral. He's dead.
Then his crime has been paid for. Did you find the ELEX there with him?
No, there was no ELEX.
I feared as much. No doubt it has already fallen into the wrong hands. Thank you for your efforts. You achieved more than the guards did. One question, at least, now has an answer. Something has occurred to me. Perhaps you could help me with something.
What do you need?
I need someone less conspicuous than myself to do some inquiring. You see, I need some answers, but if I start asking questions, it might be as bad as me outright condemning the man in question. Suspicion sticks and people can start to see someone as guilty, even if there is nothing wrong. So, that is why I'd like you to do the asking. You see, there is a cultivator by the name of Ulrich, a willing and capable berserker. But there has been a change in him of late. Something I can't quite put my finger on. I would like you to speak to him and see if you can find out what is troubling him.
What do you suspect Oric's problem is?
Well, that's the issue. Suspicion is all I have. You see, Ulrich has continued with his tasks. He is polite and helpful, but there is a distance. He isn't as open as he used to be.
How can I find out what's wrong?
Just talk with him. See if you get the same feeling. He is someone who loves what he does. You should have no trouble getting him talking about his work in the seeding fields. It has long been a passion of his. But maybe that's it. Maybe he's seeking promotion, or maybe he's just having a bad day. Whatever it is, he served us well, and if there is something wrong, I'd like to help him. I don't want him to be afraid to tell me of problems.
Mysterious aura. Just gonna go ahead and use ELEX in the middle of your place where it's like sacred to you and whatnot. Sure, no one will notice. Actually, he hasn't noticed yet. So he's down by the seedling fields, easy enough to get to. I should also pay a visit to the merchant girl that we met here, one of the first people.
Yeah, I've been here before. I might have taken a few things and done a little questionable trading. Let's hope they have short memories.
I want to visit the merchant lady, just because I'm curious to see if she'll have the dried meat I need. Really? You stuck?
Take to the pit.
No. I ain't throwing shit into the pit. First of all, I ain't one of you guys. You can't take my shit. Second of all, how do you even know a jetpack is ELEX technology? How do you know it's not just regular ass technology? I get the hologram thing probably stands out. Whoa! What the fuck? Ow.
Stand in the water, guard.
Put that weapon away.
Uh-huh. Just kind of popped out with that one, huh? Surprise rot boar ambush. Guess we got all 5 of them. God damn. Oh, that got me in my level. What was I trying to level up to next? Was it the upgraded... I think it was the upgraded Regent sword. Think. double check later when I'm at a workbench, since that's the only time I can really do it. Or I can just start putting points into other stuff and just work towards other skills. Ulrich.
These fucking mutants. They're so desperate for ELEX, they even try eating the mana from the seedlings. All that work, ruined by damn rotboars.
There's mana in the seedlings.
Of course, we feed them with it. But mana is made from ELEX, right? The mutants can feel that. They think if they eat the plants, they'll get the ELEX. But they get mana instead. At least that makes them weaker. Then they're easier to kill off. But only after they've done the damage. That doesn't help me keep the seedlings alive, though. And that's my task. I look after all the seedlings here.
So, your job is to protect these plants from mutants.
Happy. I've got the most important job in Goliath. Hey, maybe even on Magalan. Protecting the seedlings, that's the law. World hearts are to be protected from everyone and everything. Not that these little baby seedlings are world hearts yet. But now Boren's had the mana delivery from Caldrim, we can start cultivating them again, and then, who knows? World hearts, proper world hearts, are rare. But maybe, just maybe, one of these little things will make it to maturity.
Are you happy working for Caldrim?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not always so easy. Caldrim is pretty strict about how the plants are grown and what you do with them, and, well, how are we gonna learn like that? You think the first cultivators just stood and watched things grow? The first mages just waited for magic? No, they tried things. They experimented.
Is there a way to stop the mutants from eating the plants?
Yeah, I mean, if we can't grow many world hearts, maybe we should try growing them differently. Maybe we could breed them so that the mutants wouldn't eat them. But we're not allowed to try, which is crazy. I mean, imagine what we could do. And not just to seedlings. If mana does that to a plant, imagine what it could do to a person. If we don't try, we won't progress.
Seems like he's essentially trying to invent pesticides or, you know, GMOs and whatnot, just to try to find ways to breed crops to solve different problems, which is what humans have done throughout all of history since they started making crops. But these people are so strictly adhering to specific rules that they won't ever make progress.
What do you think of Born?
He's a good boss. I enjoy working with him. He cuts me some slack, gives me some time of my own. That gives me a chance to, well, do some experiments sometimes. Just try a few things to see if I can help the seedlings.
And is everything all right out here? There's nothing getting you down?
Just the usual. The mutants, the low success rate in growing world hearts, the occasional bit of grief from the boss, but nothing too bad. You know, nothing worth talking about.
Why are world hearts so rare?
I don't know. I mean, berserkers have been studying them since before I was born. I think they found one out in the wild. I heard they were going to destroy it because it was, you know, a mutant plant. And then they realized this thing was making everything else grow. They've been learning how to cultivate more world hearts since then, but it's hard. Even since they learned to feed them with mana.
It sounds like you really care about your job.
You know, yes, I do. I want to see the seedlings live. I want to see more world hearts. I just wish that the others could see how I could help them achieve that.
Have you told Caldrim these ideas?
Caldrim? He would probably exile me. He's strict about everything that comes down the ages from Amrek. He forgets that Amrek broke the rules. And look where the rules have gotten us recently. Mutants attacking us. Elves rising in power. We have to fight back, and we can't let rules get in the way.
How do you think you can improve the seedling crop?
Me? Well, it couldn't be me. It would need a decision by someone of rank, with permission, of course. But there are lots of things we could try. We could try giving them different doses of mana, planting the seedlings somewhere there is a concentration of ELEX, crossbreeding them. If feeding mana to plants in these doses can make world hearts, what would happen if we got the dose right with people? Any experiment, it's going to take someone to show the way, to blaze the trail, to be the first.
It takes courage to be the first.
Well, I was thinking about mana and seedlings and us, right? The ELEX, the normal ELEX that the Albs are after, that makes them stronger. That's why they're so scary. So I thought, what if we did that with mana? I mean, it's been purified by the plants, so it should be all right, yeah? And if it makes us stronger, like the Albs, then we'd stand more of a chance. We could take them on. So I extracted the juice from a seedling and I drank it. And I felt like I understood everything.
Don't your laws forbid that?
Yeah, I suppose, but don't you see? If we can get this to work, if we can do this, then we'd all be stronger. You can see that, can't you? I've got to wait to try again, but I'm telling you, one more dose, maybe two, and I'll become something else. Something that can fight the Alves.
One more dose?
One more mature seedling, and I could solve this question. I know it. I can show everyone the way. We can win this war. All this can be over. You believe me, right? So, let's keep this between ourselves. You will get more juice. I promise. I should go now. I have to make this work.
You will get more juice, I promise, but I didn't actually get a juice yet. I never got juice.
These seedlings, they're our true hope.
Alright, so he started getting more and more maniacal a little bit as he opened up. It's like, okay, now you're getting into some of the territory that's going to get you in trouble if anyone hears. Although he seemed to imply that was already the case from the beginning stuff. Like, that was already too far, which is, like, frustrating, because that stuff was totally reasonable questions to ask. But the part where he's secretly removing from the stock of successful plants, that's the problem part. He shouldn't be, he's essentially stealing from the tribe at that point. Where is the shop? Yeah, that's the backside of the shop, so that must be the shop. There we go.
Can we trade?
Look around. Tell me what you need.
I need dried meat, but I'm also curious about any particularly nice weapons. Iron bar. Oops. The iron bar is a garbage-ass weapon. Wow. Is that what I started with? Did I start the game off using an iron bar? Lowest of low-level stuff. Alright. Raw meat. Mana. I need dried meat, though, and they don't sell it. They do not sell it. Alright. Well, let's do some selling, because I haven't done that recently. Well, I've always done it recently, but, you know, I mean that I have more again. So I have 4 dried meat right now. I just don't have more for the purposes of that quest. And I don't even know how to make it. There might be a recipe around there somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Trophies sold. Whoa, 4K. We are getting up there. It could have at least put the stuff you want to, that you'd likely want to sell together. Or in their own tab, or even just sorted near each other in the sorting order would be nice. Or a sell junk button would be nice. Although we've run into that trap before. I think it was Dragon Age. I want to say Dragon Age Inquisition was the game where, like, the sell junk button would sell objects that you blatantly don't want to sell. and you just be like, oh crap, didn't know I sold off that necessary thing until it was too late. Snake bite. It's got to be a cool item, but she's always got this guard in here, and I don't think she even sells it. Yeah, this is one of those too. Sorry. Nope. Nope, don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Wisdom guide you.
Bertram's just hanging. The ex-cleric storyline seems to be on pause.
Give me a drink.
What'll it be?
You sell bread and cultivator's loaf, and that's it. That's too bad. I can stock up on liquor and not much else.
What about the rest of us, huh?
Where do I find dried meat?
Talk, that's all he is.
You think a bunch of like medieval people would be covered in drowned meat? Just a drowned meat, dried meat, like it'd just be around here everywhere.
About these rarities.
Yes.
I'll get you wine. Yeah, that's what he wanted. Actually, no. I want to make a trade.
I want to make a trade.
Always happy to trade.
He's worth checking too, right? Hunter armor. Basic stuff. Natural ELEX for the usual price. Instructions to make an ELEX potion. Is that more... small ELEX potion. Are these more efficient or less efficient? Fuck it. I got the recipes. I don't know if that's the most efficient one or not. I'll check that later. Who would I want to check in on? No one can see me. I'm behind a building. Line of sight, line of sight, line of sight. Edan. Missing man, the new outlaw. Needs dried meat. And the ELEX supplies thing's just kind of on pause because I can't figure out how to do it. Let's see if I've progressed things enough yet. I've potentially made 2 more people happy from those turn-ins.
About my support. How am I doing?
You helped protect the seedlings from mutants. Ornir told me that you failed to help him deal... You helped Eardor. Something we neglected to do. It seems you weren't able to find the stolen ELEX for Caldrum. You must do her.
Great. I went from 2 negative, 0 positive to 2 positive, 3 negative, basically. Do you have to do an overall positive, or do you just have to hit a certain number of positives, is what I'm wondering. I find it interesting that these quests have multiple endings, and that affects your ranking around here.
You do know that technology is banned.
Yeah, shut your face. I need to make a call about how I want to report this information now.
About Auric.
Did you find out what happened to him?
You should forget about Auric. There's nothing to worry about.
Indeed? Well, maybe. I was imagining an issue where there was nothing. Or perhaps I should have been more attentive. Whatever the truth, regrets won't change facts. Thank you for looking into it for me.
What goods have you got?
Sure.
Sure. Always funny. Yeah, you wouldn't have ELEX potions because you're you. It'd be weird. Well, I stuck up for him because I feel like... it's the problem of just like how I kind of like this faction, but overall I don't agree with major elements of how they make their decisions. I get the feeling that this is going to show up here as probably a negative, although how would they even know?
About how
You helped... Ornir told me that you failed... You helped... It seems you were... You must do...
Nope, does not apply to the list. Probably because there's no way for them to know which side I really went with. Although it's not really nice how the failed to retrieve stuff counts seemingly as a negative because it's like, well, for all you guys know, that entire mission was moot before I even got it, because they may have already been gone forever. Somebody may have already taken it before I even knew about the mission to begin with. Ah, well. I don't have the dried meat, and I don't have these damn ELEX supplies, which I'm pretty sure it still points me at the same tower. Or it points me to Corin. I'm curious. Can I talk to Corin about something? I don't think it'll work out. Because isn't he just the one that told me to go get him or something? For a recap, this wasn't the first tower we went through. They were like, go get some ELEX supplies. Then I went up the tower and it's like, oh cool, I found 3. And it's supposed to be 6. Then I went up, I searched the tower 2 more times and only found those ones. I'm like, god damn it.
I'm looking for converter parts.
Then you were sent after me?
No, Jorah didn't mention you.
He didn't. But that it has been a long time. He must have thought me dead.
Then you haven't found the converter parts?
I tried, but every time I went into the converter, more mutants came. He probably thinks the converter is empty because the Albs abandoned it. He doesn't know that the Albs left their mutants here to tear the flesh from any who came after them.
You could tell Jorah about the mutants.
With everything that's happened, now I fail another task he's given me. I'll be exiled to the Valley of the Damned in no time. I might as well stay here and keep the mutants away from others.
Did you find any converter parts here?
Oh yes, the Albs left the converter in full working order. They didn't expect such a fierce attack from the Berserkers, or I suppose they would have rigged the place to self-destruct. But then the Berserkers didn't expect mutants to move in here so quickly. Now this place belongs to neither Alb nor Berserker. It's the home of the mutants. And me. Unless I can find the rest of the converter parts. If I could get those converter parts, they would save me from exile.
I'm taking any converter parts I find back to Jorah.
Since we're both here to find converter parts, can't you find some for me too? I only need a few more and I can go back.
Give me the converter parts you found.
Hey, no! I risked my life getting them! Why should I give them to you?
About these converter parts.
What is up with the options here? My options were I'm gonna take him back to Jorah or pay me for mine. So like seemingly giving them to him is just not an option, and now I'm just out of options.
You're going to give them to me.
I won't make this easy for you. Let us finish this.
Ah, god damn it. What a weirdly limiting dialogue system. Huh. Well, that's too bad. Sorry. Game kind of trapped me on that one. Is that where they were all... That's where they were all waiting, huh? That's why I didn't have to have them, because he had them already. Well, shit. Did I level up again? No, I think I had 18 already. I think I've been 15 for a little bit. Well... That was an odd one. I should have said I'll give you mine if you pay me, I guess. I didn't realize that there was going to be no option to just help the dude. And also that if you didn't pick that right in that moment, it would disappear forever and you can't go back to it. Like, I quit the conversation and came back to it, and I was like, about those converter parts, you're giving them to me. Like, there's no options. I'm like, what? The option was abandon quest and don't do it, or say that I'm going to, or provoke him to fight me over them to the death. Weird. It's up there with the rat quest, which is like, you run out of options. Like, I enjoy the game and I like exploring and being in the world and everything, but it's hard to be engaged in on any sort of role-playing level with what kind of role or consistent outlook my character's gonna have, because the interactions are so odd.
Here are the converter parts you wanted.
Oh, thank the Pilgrim. Now we have enough ELEX to continue mana processing.
Good. Then you can pay me.
Pay? I will tell Ragnar that you helped me. My word is payment enough.
Hey, asshole. You ask someone to put their life on the line for you and your cause, you better have the shards to back that request up.
Shards are the only cause outlaws understand. What did you find up at the converter?
I found Corin there.
He's still alive? Oh, thank the Pilgrim. Why didn't he return to Goliath?
It would have been difficult. He's dead.
Then his curse did catch up with him. Once a man thinks he's doomed, he will find a way to bring an end upon himself. I hope his was quick.
Huh. We just volunteered the information.
That tech's gonna get you in trouble.
You think that maybe you think he'd maybe opt out of that? Well, Don's getting a lot more complete all of a sudden, huh? It's just the dried meat thing I can't figure out how to deal with. Huh. That might be it. That might have been the final thing that makes them like me now. So that guy gives me puts in a word for Ragnar.
About my... How?
You helped put... Yora says that you found him the converter parts he needed. That impressed him enough to earn you his pledge. Or near... You... It seems you must do more if you want to earn the...
Well, shit. It would appear not. Oh well, an attempt was made. Where's your dried meat, everybody? Ooh, workbench. I can look into things here. So we still can't modify this guy. Sword of the Advent. The one I can't use. Regent sword. I can get 5 more damage out of it if I can get to 43. Which I think I can. This could be the tipping point where I start getting effective finally. 43. We had a short lifespan with that chainsword, but it was a good one. At 43, 5 more damage at 47 compared to, yeah, 42. Our little boy's growing up, everybody. Unfortunately, it has no gem sockets, even though it says 1 out of 1. Oh, that's my skill, not the existence of the socket. Seemingly, I could modify it with high-tech weaponsmith. That's probably a cleric skill, though, which is problematic. Nope, wrong weapon. Let's step outside before someone's like, put that thing away, when I pull out the weapon. So everyone gets provoked by you pulling out a weapon. Wow, he just slams that sword right against the ground when you swing it. Okay, that could be a problem. I'll take it for now, though. Hey, anyone sell meat? Is there an obvious food preparation location around here? Maybe down here? Guys, just want meat, please. You sell stuff like a. You look like a hunter, man. Weapon trader. That's not great.
Alert out there.
What goods have you got?
Understood.
Not how conversations work, but okay. None of these are upgrades, are they? Oof, that one is, but it's incredibly expensive. The warrior's sword. It can be upgraded, but it'll probably be out of my league immediately. But maybe the second version of that upgrade's better than the upgraded other one. Need 50 constitution for this war shield. And all he sells is weapons, as expected. I was hoping to find like a hunter spot, because I thought they might sell some dried meat. They're not going to make it that easy on me.